Because a lot of times these new restaurants, you go once or twice, and then you're like, wait, what just happened?
Girl, you don't want to start me on this because it will be the whole podcast.
Fuck just happened?
But yeah.
Am I right? Right?
Yeah. Well, okay. I think
up with
also a
that?
part of it is, hang on.
Okay.
Put a pin in that.
Pin.
This is how I'm trying to like tie up loose ends. I don't do that well.
Yes.
But
you probably, you're creative. You have
we have very little hope
of
finishing a sentence on this show, but
get a little touch up.
It was dynamite little snackaroos too.
Dynamite.
Like dynamite.
yeah, they were so good.
And the popcorn I still dream of.
I'll
there
make it for
popcorn
you
there?
anytime you want. Yeah, girl. We still make it sometimes. We call it party popcorn.
What made the popcorn so special? I remember the popcorn. That just came back. Wow.
Yeah.
You just remind me of those like videos on Instagram where they're like,
I remember the popcorn. No, it's exactly what just happened.
Yeah. It was chili oil.
Did chili oil? Yes,
Chili
we'd sit
oil,
at the bar
thyme,
and oh my
nutritional
God.
yeast.
Oh, bitch.
It was dope.
We're talking about Bar Luca, which was an incredible wine bar.
Welcome back to the Touch Up Podcast, guys. We have a really exciting guest today.
Oh my goodness.
Our dear friend, Molly Martin. She is a chef, and we were talking about a restaurant that she helped open years and years ago in East Nashville called Bar Luca. If you know, you know. If you don't, you missed out.
Yeah, you missed out.
Popcorn was fire. But now, I mean, she's here. I don't know if you can see.
Look
she
at
made
it.
us some of her Easter favorites, and we're so excited. We're going to dive into them. We're going to fucking wear bunny ears. You don't even know us, but you know us.
Oh, we should put them on right now.
Oh, yeah,
or should we wait until we eat?
No, I think we should wear bunny ears.
I think we should wear them the entire episode. This is not what my Easter spread looks like, by the way.
No, but I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, I was really disappointed when you said no pork because I was fully gonna walk in here with a whole ass ham, like a spiral cut ham.
Why no pork for you?
I'm just not into pork right now. I tried. I can't.
Steak.
So, you can't even look at it.
I can't fuck with chicken or pork right now.
It happens.
Well, you couldn't fuck with chicken before, so that's okay.
Yeah, but I'm like hard into.
Well, burgers. She went burgers.
I went full red.
Yeah.
I ate her
You
steak.
crushed some steak. I was very proud.
Yeah, I ate some.
Very
It was
proud.
still. Your steak is so good. I also ate Japanese stone wagyu over the weekend. I put raw on a hot stone.
Yes, ma'am.
It was.
Where was that?
Delicious.
Are you going to stay this way? Or are you planning on going back?
I don't think I'll stay.
Yeah.
But it's really fun being here for the time.
Sure.
Yeah.
You get to eat amazing cuts. What cut was it?
Terrace Major.
I don't even know what that
What
means.
does that mean?
What does that mean?
Molly
Did you know
Martin?
that you were eating Terrace Major?
Terrace Major.
Did you almost spill your water?
No, it's a part of the thigh.
I did not. I just was trying not to like laugh and then snarf it. I'm sure it's inevitable. You jinxed me from early on.
It's a thigh cut.
Yeah.
Taryn knows the inside of chickens and
Turkeys.
And turkeys.
and turkeys.
And steaks.
Oh my God. Anyway, let's talk about Juniper Green. This is where we met. I went to this cute little event at this farm, correct, called Juniper Green, that Molly owns. And it was this beautiful dinner for just this cute group of women. And the food was fucking crazy.
Thank you.
And I was like, do you want to come on our podcast and
yeah.
talk about your crazy food and bring us some of your crazy food?
I told her this. I had texted her after meeting her and was like, I wrote, I want to be on your podcast. And then I deleted it. It was like, just back up.
Be cool about it. Just be cool about it. Let her come to you, man. Let her come to you.
And then like maybe an hour later, you sent me that message and I was like, oh yeah. I was like,
I just manifested that.
Yeah. It was like middle school crush.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now here we are with bunny ears. This is not even just like you being on a podcast.
Are these adjustable? Can I have
I
one?
just did. I just tried.
I want like a...
Yeah, I want one erect one, a little like sad.
Yeah.
I want a sad
ear.
one.
Oh my God.
I want like a... it's going a little
What
bit.
is your favorite holiday to cook for?
Ooh, that's a good
question. That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I feel like it
We're
is my favorite holiday to eat is Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Just because it's like all nostalgia. My favorite one to cook for, I think, is probably Christmas.
Okay.
Because you can just kind of justify balling out in a way that you can't always in like year-round thing. And I feel like I think I generally have a little bit more time to really like spoil people, and I actually like spend more tentative. Like a lot of
I
my
need
food-
to date a chef for a little bit because like your
you don't.
Thanksgiving and your Christmas, just for a second, just
Could it
for
be
a couple
could it
months
be a
so I
lady
can get
chef?
like,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm not like offering, but I'm saying like
Yes.
that should be
100%.
that would be my
Yes.
Wait, there
my
was a
pick
cute
for
guy
you.
that
Okay,
came in
done.
and talked to you at that dinner. Was it your husband?
Oh, Alan.
What's
Oh,
up with
my
Alan? Should we hook him
love.
up with-
Alan? Yeah. Actually, Alan would be the one.
He's
He is
cute,
he
he's
is the
tattooed.
one.
He's a cutie tattooed
He is the
chef.
one
Yeah.
healthy male, one of the few healthy male chefs that I know.
Healthy in his
he's
mind.
The best. Healthy in his mind. Semi-healthy in his
cute.
body. Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
cute.
He's
Okay.
California sober.
Cool.
You know, he's a great
Cool.
chef.
I can
but-
hang with California sober.
yeah.
Sober.
Totally.
Yeah.
Girl,
I've tried that. Not work. It hasn't
That's
worked.
tough.
Hasn't worked.
I'm,
That's
tough.
tough.
I'm married.
Are
I'm
you?
married to a sober guy.
you are?
Okay.
I am, yeah. And I was like, when he first made the decision, it was not a like addiction decision, but I was like, are you sure? You know, I was like, what if?
You're
I was
like, but you don't even really have a problem.
yeah, I was like, we have like a Rumspringa, like
Yeah.
once a year, like we go out and just really do the damn
That's
thing.
kind
but,
of that's
yeah.
the kind of sober I am. I
Yeah.
get really fucked up twice a year.
Yeah, well, that's also just me being 40.
And then I
Yeah,
I
same.
sprinkle. Oh, is that? Oh, okay.
I
Because
think
it hurts too bad the next
Yeah,
day. So you're like,
it's
this
like
shit's
a
not
week-
worth it.
It
it's
hoits.
a week long.
It's not worth it anymore. So
No.
when you do it, like I'm not going to be sober for the
No,
rest of my
also
life.
kids.
But
I have 6-year-old twins,
Oh.
and like
Yeah.
to be hungover
no.
with, sorry, when you when you are hungover with toddlers,
Child.
it is it
Special.
makes you
Yeah.
wanna die.
Any child.
second only I will
love
say
how
to
our
being
ears are in
hungover.
the bushes.
Second only to being hungover in a kitchen.
Well, you know what's happening to
Oh,
me is that
God.
I'm newly after a year separated. So now I have every other week. No, we're good. So the
Mm-hmm.
every other week sometimes I like to just chill and be good. And then sometimes I go,
Listen,
I'm like, I have no
every now and
nothing. I have no
then he will
responsibility. I have no
take- He
kid.
will take the kids to visit his family in Atlanta, and
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
like,
he will.
Here
like
we
he
go.
just knows. He like
Yeah.
he'll one time. This is such a clutch move. He's really the best. There was one time that he
love
did that, and he literally door dashed me. I feel like a pizza and like some Gatorade
That's
and
right.
like all this.
That's
Great
right.
fucking husband.
Man,
He's
if you're
the great-
listening, take
Seriously,
note.
he got you your hangover remedy.
knew
Like he
it all.
prepared for
He knew
what you're
it
gonna
was.
want
It
later.
just like showed up
for
He was
drunk
like-
Molly. Drunk Molly is gonna
King.
need a pizza.
He knew exactly what was happening.
full blown king.
That's a man.
That's a
That's a
motherfucking
man.
man.
That's a motherfucking
That's
man
a
right
man.
there.
That's a
Okay,
man.
He
Yes.
take
shows
notes.
up. He
Praise
shows
King.
up every
Praise.
What's his
time.
name?
His name is Steve Martin.
Steve.
For real. For real. If you could see the disappointment on the face of the hostess when we get to a restaurant or whatever. It's he's really he's had to deal with it for many, many years.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh,
to
God,
meet
it's so good. I can't wait to meet Steve Martin.
He's
I love
pretty
his
great.
work.
I love his work. That dude don't age.
No.
I know.
Oh my
not
God, he
age.
was amazing. Father of Brides, one of my
Oh
favorite
my
movies
God.
ever.
Oh my
Well, he
God.
got murders in the building. He's like palling around with Selena Gomez and like
I love that
Think
you
that
weren't
show
just
yet.
like Steve. You were like Steve Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like usually there's like a beat and people are like you can watch them like doing the math and then
Does that make your husband Steve?
does he play the banjo?
Yeah, I love that you just
Yeah.
rolled into that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh God, so
Thank
good. I
you.
mean, I named my daughter Charlie Brown, so
Oh,
yeah. Steve Martin, Charlie Brown, same.
Oh my God, I wanted my name to be Charlie so hardcore.
What a great
when I
name
was
for a
kid.
little girl,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yes,
I know.
My middle name is Ryan.
Ooh, I love
And that
Molly
was-
Ryan's that's a great name.
And that was my parents were like debating about if that was gonna be my first name. And I guess like when I was born, the doctor was like, "She looks more like a Molly," and I was so pissed because
I
was
love
such
the
a
name Molly,
tomboy.
though.
Yeah, I like Molly.
Yeah,
too.
I'm into it
and you
now.
could have been a Ryan. You had every opportunity
You wouldn't
in
be
your
a
life
chef.
to go.
You wouldn't be a
I'm
chef.
Ryan.
You don't think so?
I don't
Why?
think so.
What would I be as
I
a
think
Ryan?
your whole life would have gone different if you weren't a Molly.
Oh,
Like if
maybe.
my mom named me Tanner or Amy, those were the other two.
oh,
Oh, my.
Amy.
Work at a country
What would you
club.
have done? Country club? Yeah, Amy.
I would have.
Oh
I would
no.
have been Republican. I would
Tanner,
have.
Yeah,
Tanner
I
is a
would've-
hardcore
You would have
Republican
been making
name.
like weave baskets, or like
Weird.
little like
Selling DoTerra.
selling doTERRA.
Oh my!
I would have
Yeah.
sucked.
You would have
What are
sucked.
the leggings?
A lot of cardigans.
Do you know
Oh,
where
you would
the-
have went clam diggers.
What are the leggings that they were selling? The like MLM leggings situation. I'm blocking.
No,
it.
no, they were like it was like
Oh,
a
like a
it was
pyramid
like a
scheme?
pyramid
It's gonna
scam.
come. it's
Oh yeah,
gonna come
I
back
would
to
have been
me, too.
Scamanda.
Yeah.
I would have
Amy.
faked cancer. Yeah.
Get out of here, Amy.
I know.
Get out of here with all your talk.
I know.
Ew.
Bye, Tanner.
I know.
Tanner doesn't have a podcast.
No,
Yeah, no.
she
I
don't.
think I would have been
Sorority
Kelsey.
sister. Oh,
Kelsey or
absolutely.
my brother. Me.
Yeah. No. I can't.
No, I can't either.
I can't.
No offense to any of these names. They're just
No.
not.
I mean, there's definite offense. Definite offense
There's
to
great
Tanner.
Amy's
Sorry,
out there.
every
Great.
Amy.
Y'all drive
Ever.
Amy and Tanner through the
I know
muck.
like 17 Amy's.
What would Orion been? What would Molly have been if she would have been Ryan?
lesbian?
Oh.
A big pussy loving Leslie.
Perhaps.
Oh, maybe you would have been a chef still.
Yeah, there's a lot of the Venn diagram is small.
Yeah,
but
but
for
like a
sure.
sports bar, like a head
Yeah,
chef in a
yeah,
sports
yeah.
bar. Yeah,
Can you I don't know if you say chef in a sports bar.
I
but
don't
Yeah,
know.
chicken wings.
Yeah.
I would have
chef.
been. I would have been on the fry.
A
stage.
fryer.
Yes.
Chicken wing maker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
so
God
going-
we're all who we are.
Who we are.
Mm-hmm.
I would not change that for the world.
Nope, not for the world.
No.
Going back to your Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Like
Yes,
my
ma'am.
Thanksgiving. Like typical, like turkey and mashed potatoes.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just like biscuits.
Yeah.
What does yours look like?
Oh
It's all
yeah.
the same.
Is
No, it is all.
Molly?
I'm for real. That's why I said my favorite one to eat.
Okay.
Because
You don't do
that's-
anything
I
extraordinary
do
or
sometimes. Okay, I will generally try to contribute some sort of a vegetable that you still have to chew, and maybe something with like a little.
well, you could
Not a casserole.
puree it.
Oh,
She's thinking
a
of purees.
casserole.
She's thinking
Yeah.
of purees because
Yeah.
you can do that with greens. You puree them and then you drizzle them on top, right?
Oh, wow.
I'm
Hot.
talking about like okay,
Oh, no?
like I like green bean casserole,
Sipping it?
delicious. It's usually
You do-
soft AF.
Oh,
you know what I
right.
mean?
You
Like,
don't have to chew
the
it. Got
carrots
it.
are always
You
like
just
super.
Gullet, swallow.
Yes.
Got it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like you don't necessarily need to have.
Good job, Amy.
Yeah,
You could
you don't,
be sleeping and
you don't
fucking a
necessarily
fucking
need
casserole.
teeth to eat
Yeah.
most
Yeah,
of that
you
food.
don't
Yeah.
need teeth.
So
to eat.
I like to have like a little salad,
Okay.
a little freshy.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean.
But what about Christmas? What are your Christmas?
So Christmas?
You're balls to the wall on
Secrets.
Christmas. I know
Christmas
you are.
is usually like a big like beef situation.
Uh-huh.
Either like my stepmom's famous for oh hell, now I'm gonna forget what it's called.
Big beef.
The big beef, the roast.
A turducken.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I try to do like all the sides and stuff.
Have you ever done, side note, have you ever made a turducken?
a turducken?
Yes.
Have not. Have consumed many in my day. Yes.
3 of them. Turkey, duck,
Chicken. Yes.
Just stuff it.
Turkey,
you-
chicken, duck.
Do you watch
And then also
David
stuffing.
Chang's show on Netflix where he cooks
I-
in front of the comedians?
No.
Oh, it's really good.
I will check it out.
But
What's it
he
called?
made it's called Dinner Time. And it's a live Netflix show, which
Oh,
they
fun.
like kind of just started doing. Do you know who David Chang is?
I don't.
He started Mamafuku, the restaurant, and then brand. He's a great chef, and he's a cute, funny dude. But he made like an Italian something version of that where it was like
Like a porchetta?
Gabagool and a
something
gabagool
yeah,
and a
inside of
prosciutto
something,
Porchetta?
inside of something with like
and
lasagna
stuff?
around it.
Oh,
It was
no.
fucking-
Oh, wow, no, that's
with a giant
wild.
meatball. It was crazy.
Giant meatball?
It was just like every
avant-garde.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's also a whole Instagram account of a guy, and don't remember his. I think it's called El Burrito Monster, and he literally is just
Makes
like,
everything
can it burrito? And he like makes
Yes, it
these
can.
insane
Yes.
like layered rolled up
Sure.
things
'Cause you
that
could
he
stuff anything
slices
in a
with a
burrito.
freaking like a
Sword?
scimitar or whatever, and you're just like, oh
Machete?
my god, yeah, he's like
Wow.
doing it outside.
I love burritos.
Damn,
Yeah.
I love burritos too.
Burritos
Also,
are-
you could probably burrito anything. True.
You probably-
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you really can.
True, true, true.
True, true, true.
Yeah.
Okay.
I generally lean more in the salad department. That's kind of my.
Okay.
Is that your thing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely a veggie loving person.
You make them so good.
Thank you.
I mean, look at that.
I know. Should we
That
dive
has
in?
oranges in it. Wait,
Yeah.
I want to hear the rest of Christmas, though. I want to
okay.
hear it real
Oh,
quick. Yeah,
So, I mean, it changes. It changes every year, really. But I think I usually try to do, some kind of like, it's like citrus season. So I usually try to do some sort of like fresh citrusy situation, like a citrus carpaccio salad with like avocado and shaved shallot and some mint and stuff like that. And then for a while, I was really big on this like truffled corn pudding. So it was kind of like
What does that even mean?
like a souffle almost, but with like corn and truffle and thyme and pecorino and a bunch of stuff. And that's really, really, it's almost like the same texture as like,
pudding? Is it like puddingy?
Kind of, yeah. Not like,
I'd still eat it because it has corn in it and it's savory.
When you say pudding,
I love
there's
that
a lot
kind
of.
of-
Are you talking about like British pudding? Or are you talking about like
I didn't know there was a difference between American pudding and British
Yorkshire
pudding.
pudding? Yorkshire pudding is
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire pudding. It's Sunday
Oh,
roast.
Yorkshire pudding.
So yeah, if you go to
can
the
make-
UK and you go to like pubs and stuff, there's like a Sunday roast as a whole thing, and
Okay.
it's like a huge bloody cut of meat, and like a whole standing roast. You better get there while you have the chance.
I know I might need it.
Just watch. This is my favorite when you're just like, like you can like hear what's happening in your head.
I'll take it.
Yeah, but then they have Yorkshire pudding is like it's almost like a popover, and they cook it in the beef fat. So you pour
A
like
popover is a biscuit, isn't it?
it's not. It's like have you ever had like a Dutch baby?
No.
Okay, let me think.
Sounds like something like
Almost like-
So
almost-
I got a Dutch baby from this guy I met at the bar last
Yeah,
week.
it sounds like a weird blowjob that has something to do with the butt.
I feel like if you went on
done
Urban
it.
Dictionary right now, you'd probably. If you went on there, you'd probably find it.
Yeah.
But no, it's kind of like eggy, like custardy
Yum.
dough. So you like, or a batter. So you like pour that into the mold, and it's like you just like tear it up and sop all the meat juices. It's delicious.
I'm such a visual person, so I need to like it all. You know, when people come up, they tell me like their menu or like their
Visualize-
specials. They're like, "We have this," and I'm like, "I have no idea."
Visualize
Act it
like
out.
like a muffin tin.
Okay.
Like so, it's like like a cylinder, and then there's like a puffy.
Is it
top.
a sluttier chicken pot pie?
No.
Because there's a
No.
bready thing over. Okay.
Well, there's no
it sounds like
filling.
it's its own thing.
Oh.
It's its own thing. It's its own bread. So like, if you think about,
I think this is trending right now because I've seen a lot of popover type
have you
Dutch
really?
baby
I
situations.
mean, they're very delicious. Dutch
Yeah.
baby is the best because it's like a giant pancake, but it's like light and eggy, and you can put and it's just like one cast iron pan.
Wow.
Oh,
It's a
so you
great
can
brunch
stuff. You can
dish.
stuff anything inside a Dutch baby.
You don't even do it inside. You do it on top. So you like
Wow.
make the because it has to like rise and get all fluffy puffy.
Ooh,
Wow.
And then
Dutch
when
baby.
it comes out, it kind of like sinks a little bit, and then you put all the stuff on it. So but you
Damn.
can make it sweet or savory.
Wow.
damn,
Yeah, it's good.
yum.
It's one of those ones. My whole like personal brand, my whole vibe is just like stuff that looks really impressive, but is not hard to do at all.
Oh,
So it's like
presentation. Like
yeah,
that's
but it's like the whatever makes it special is like the knowledge of what things go together and like layerings of like flavor and texture and color and stuff. But none of the actual like technique is hard. I'm not making foams. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not
Yes.
getting into like molecular gastronomy stuff.
That's
I never
you're
went
not
to
going to. What's the restaurant in Copenhagen?
Noma.
They closed, right?
They did close, yeah, but they do like global pop-ups and stuff.
Yeah, but that's all like they go out into the countryside.
They
and
forage in
take-
the countryside.
Yes, they
yes.
forage in the countryside. And
Yeah,
like,
you eat a
take,
bunch
like,
of ants.
like squeegee things or whatever.
They have a
I don't know what
whole
they're called.
food lab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
cool.
They,
It is
what,
cool.
What do they do with ants?
You eat the ants.
You eat the ants.
I don't actually know what the presentation, but it's like an iconic dish from Noma. It's like
Wow.
local.
You haven't lived. You haven't
Local
died.
ants.
You haven't died
Yeah.
unless you've eaten an ant.
And here's the thing: like when I first started cooking, when I first started in like restaurants and stuff, like the whole molecular gastronomy thing was like everywhere, and it was like really big. And I remember one of the first places that ever came to Nashville that was trying to do that. It was like I was so excited to eat
Rolf and
there.
Daughters?
No, maybe. Ooh, we going way back.
I know. I don't
We're
know how
going way
far back.
It was. How long have you lived here?
12 years.
Okay.
Rolf and Daughters
13 or
is still
14.
open though. It's delicious.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this place was literally like, there was Margot and there was City House, and like, that was pretty much it in that sort of like
Yeah.
cool chefy vibe. There were
Yeah.
a bunch of like stalwart restaurants like that were like really solid, but I think in like the new cool, the beginning of what became sort of like the Nashville
City House is
culinary
that old,
scene.
huh?
Huh?
City
yeah,
House has
dude,
been there- yeah.
No, 2007.
Wow.
Yeah, I just read this morning that he's stepping back as exec chef and is handing over the reins to the guys.
See,
who
and
work
what
with him.
makes these restaurants, the longevity, the consistency. Every time you go to a City House or a Rolf and Daughters, you know you're going to get great food.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times these new restaurants, you go once or twice, and then you're like, wait, what just happened?
Girl, you don't want to
What
start me
just-
on this because it will be the whole podcast.
Fuck just
But-
happened.
But yeah.
Am I right? Right?
Yeah. Well, okay. I
What's
think
up
also
with that?
a part of it is hang on.
Okay.
Put a pin in that.
Pin.
This is how I I'm trying to like
Yes.
tie up loose ends. I don't do that well.
Yes,
But
you probably you're creative.
already
You have
we have,
forgot.
we have very little hope
Yeah.
of finishing a sentence on this show. But no, so I went to this. It was called Andrew Chadwick's, and it was touted. It was actually the same building that Husk is in now.
Okay.
And this dude was like very excited about himself and was like gonna educate Nashville about what fine cuisine was and all this stuff. My server, I'm not even exaggerating. I asked him about a wine and he was like, "It's interstellar." I've literally never forgotten that. I was like, "It's a what?"
Isn't that a movie?
It is now, but it was just like such
Is
a
Natalie
douche word.
Portman
It was
in that?
like
Shut the fuck
it
up.
was
Give me a glass of
unnecessary.
wine.
Yes,
Jake, you
the
fucking
and the cheapest
goo.
one was like $25 a glass. I was like,
Interstellar. What are you
Anywho,
talking
but
about?
they were like, he said, "Oh, you have to try this heirloom tomato tasting," and I was like, "Hell yeah, that's like my favorite thing on the planet." And there was not an actual tomato to be seen anywhere. There was tomato dust, there was tomato foam, there was tomato water, there was tomato consomme, there was tomato gelée, and I was just like,
Give me the tomato.
"This busted ass. What
Where's
is this?
the tomato?
Where's the actual
Where's the
tomato?"
tomato?
Where's
And also,
where's the
if
tomato?
you actually thought that any of this improved
Yeah.
on a Tennessee tomato,
Yeah.
you are so far up your own ass.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't know how to help you.
I don't know that places like that really thrive here because people still want to eat. And
They're
they wanna-
hungry.
They
Well,
want to eat.
but I think too, it's like there are some now, and you can do that experience. Like
Bastion.
Bastion does a killer job of that. Capper and C does a killer job of that. Like, but they actually, I think those kind of places like put more heart into it. Like this guy was just. It was a temple to himself. And you could feel it the second you walked in the door, and I was like, "Ew."
It's a level of pretentiousness
I
that
hope he
you're
doesn't
just
still
not.
live
We
here.
don't want to get on board with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
thanks. No thanks.
Well, you're not making it real. You're not making it like relatable.
Okay, so this we're coming back to the other thing as I put it. We're pulling out the pin.
Yeah.
That like I've been around in the scene long enough now, I guess, to like, it went from very sort of, I think, like traditional, like a lot of neighborhood restaurants. Like Nashville felt like a collection of neighborhoods that had really distinct identities. And then like once the food scene especially started kind of blowing up, it was amazing for a while because it was like there was so much innovation and like the vibe that Nashville's really known for of like community and people like supporting each other and like helping each other out and cheering each other on, like that was all very present. And but it was like you could still sort of open a place without being in like horrendous debt. Like you could do it without needing like $2-3 million
Sure.
of backing, and like that's not
Not the
thing
case anymore. Yeah.
And so that's why you see like there's been this whole like domino of all these restaurants that are like Josephine is a great example. Like that place was jammed every time I was in there, and
Yeah.
people really
Yes.
loved it. People lived in the neighborhood loved it, and it hit 10 years, and they were like, well, they just double the rent and all that stuff. So
Can't
there's
afford
just
this
like
anymore. So
Are they not
yeah.
there anymore?
no, they shut down. There's a bunch of places like that. Lou is a great example on the east side. Lou, it was a really killer little like French spot.
God, people
But
have a
but
hard
just
time
those
doing
people like
French.
so Tandy, like City House is a great example of that. Like he was in the building like every single day, and like when you go and work, when you go to like Rolf and Folk and places like that, like you can tell that the chef, the owner, like Phil, is there a lot. Like
that's his baby.
He's got his
He's
hands
all
in it,
hands
and
on
people
deck.
work
Yeah.
that way because they see that and they respect that
Yeah.
and they want to honor it. And like there's so much. Like I've sort of been joking lately that like the Nashville food scene is almost like the like field team of all of these bigger concepts where they're like coming in from Charleston and Atlanta, and like every new opening, like you'll see all those listicles. They're like, this is how many places are opening, and like all of them are from a second location, a fourth
Yeah.
location
Yeah.
from some outside. So it's
Yeah.
just not.
They have the funding, right? And
Yeah.
They're already
Yeah.
established. They already have the money to be
Yeah.
able to just like pop in and.
I'm happy
Yeah.
about it.
Huh?
Listen,
I'm happy about
Yeah,
it.
there's some great
There's
stuff
some-
coming in.
I
It's a mixed
love
bag.
what's happening as far as food in this city.
Yeah.
100%.
It's amazing.
And like bars. There's a new wine bar in Germantown.
Sauced. I'm going there in a couple weeks. I'm very excited. Have you been?
Yeah, I just went.
Love it.
Lots of options.
Awesome.
Lots of options. Sops of options.
Sops and peepshin.
Lots of
Sops of
opsa.
options.
Have you guys watched that Gordon Ramsay show where he goes into shitty restaurants and he's like,
Kitchen
oh my
Nightmares?
God. Yeah.
It's the best.
It's so good.
It's iconic.
1999
No, I know.
called. It wants its kitchen nightmares back, Amy.
I know.
Tanner loves Catch a nightmare.
It comes on like when I turn the TV on for background noise, it comes on. And then one day I sat down and I like watched a bunch of episodes and I was like, this show's great.
Oh, it's fucking great.
He rips these fucking idiots
As he
apart.
should, because some of those places are
disgusting.
There was one in
gnarly.
Nashville. Did you see the one that was in
Yes,
Nashville?
I sure
Oh.
did.
What was the restaurant? Do we
It
know?
was Chappie's. And this dude,
I don't remember anything about
Chappie's. And this dude moved actually crazy. He had a restaurant where I'm from in Mississippi. And then he like opened one in Nashville and I was like, really? Like even at the time.
Yeah.
And then they just raked him over.
God, I
the
love it. It reminds me of
coals.
Tabitha Salon Takeover.
Oh,
that was a
Get him.
good one.
Get him, Tabitha. Get him.
So
Oh.
severe. She had that like.
Where's
Such a
where's
class or
Tabitha
pixie. Where is she?
at?
Yeah, I know.
Just being a happy
We gotta
lesbian in
find her.
Australia somewhere.
Where is Tab? She was
She's
Australian.
probably got
Yeah.
like a lamb farm or something.
Yeah.
You know, she's out herding.
Yeah.
100%, just cutting their hair,
God, bring back shows
making
like
beautiful
that.
haircuts out of their lamb.
knitting.
Yes.
They all have like really cool like.
It's like those ones that you see on Instagram where they have like a new wave haircut. You know, like somebody's dyed.
Yes,
the
goat.
wall.
That's what.
Yes,
that's
goat.
what she's doing.
Exactly
What a
what
She
life.
doesn't have to deal with people.
But also
don't want to.
bring shows like that back.
Yeah.
There's
I mean,
so many
do you feel like they
businesses that are
left?
run ridiculously. What?
That's true. Did you feel like they've really left?
I don't think people want to hurt people's feelings that bad anymore. Nobody wants to like yell at people
Some
and make
people's
people feel
feelings
really
should be
bad.
hurt if they're contaminating food and being disgusting.
Yeah. So I will say, I feel like there are times when Gordon Ramsay, you feel like he's just like leaning in so hard for the oh shit value of it.
Yeah.
But there were
Half
other
that.
times where you were like, you don't give a shit about your own business.
And then half
it's
that.
embarrassing.
Yeah, it's
and
embarrassing.
Your team is suffering.
Yeah.
And they're not making any money because you're not, you know? So
Yeah.
like those were the times where I was like, yes, like that's a good.
Well, yeah.
But I
Is
also
Gordon
wonder.
Ramsay dramatic? Yeah, I think so.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
A
Right.
little bit.
But that's what makes for good
But he's
TV.
sort of like
So
Simon
good.
from
American Idol, for sure.
Like,
Boo. He's mean.
but even he's
He's-
kind of like
he's-
toned it down a lot. I think you're right. Like,
You know what I
there's-
mean?
Yeah,
People are
yeah.
like, you really
But
can't be
bunch of
like that.
snowflakes
A
out
bunch
here.
of snowflakes out there.
Well,
like,
at some point,
we were
you
raised
get
in the,
too tired.
Yeah.
To be mean. Too old, too tired to be mean.
yeah, but we were also
I
raised
feel like that's
in a
usually
generation where
when
like
it
we're not
goes
pussies.
together. Like,
You could be mean to us and we're just like rolls off our back.
Yeah,
100%.
cool.
Yeah, I don't care what you say to me.
Yeah.
You can be mean to
No.
me. You can yell at me,
You're
whatever.
like, I
I'm just
actually
like,
agree with you.
cool.
I'm just
Yeah.
tired.
yeah, I'm exhausted.
I'm not going to change it. I'm tired.
I'm not gonna fight you.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know what I did.
I know what I did. I
Yeah.
know what I said.
Yeah.
I know what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just going to keep on.
Tell you
on.
what.
I have something to say.
Okay.
Okay. So I think also there's that and the fact that you can't get away with being you can't get away with like having a shit business these
Yeah.
days.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
true.
Like
Very
it's
long.
not, it's different world.
true.
Like you're going to close in a second. People aren't going to go to you. You're not going to have business. You're not going to be successful. Period.
That's true.
I
No,
never
it's
was
only
in for
happened like
yourself.
maybe one time where I went into a place and I was like, I don't think I can eat here.
Was it a vegan cafe?
It was not.
Oh.
It was. There was a brief stint of somebody trying to make a sushi joint happen
Oh.
in the place that used to be Eastland Cafe,
Oh.
Oh.
and I walked in and it was like
It's not there anymore?
Eastland.
No, the
No,
sushi place.
No, now it's a place called Kore, which is dope.
Is
Oh,
It's
is it
really
sushi?
good. So literally, one of my friends, like, who is like a go-to, she always knows where to go, food and bev. Oh, she's great. And she was like, "Oh, meet me here," and she sent me the address, and I was like, because I thought it was the same spot, and I was like, I almost like messaged her and was like, "All right, no."
Yeah, yeah.
And then she was, and I like came in and I was like, "Oh, okay, it's a whole different
Setup.
because like the preprevious place literally didn't even redecorate. Like it just looked like Eastland Cafe. They
Yeah.
were doing sushi.
Yeah, and
it
then
We
was-
ate sushi there.
Yeah, I've gone.
Yeah.
I went there a couple times.
I guess dirty sushi, floor sushi.
Well, I ate the
oh
floor.
no, we ate the floor sushi.
I ate the floor
little
sushi.
bit of-
well, maybe you went early. Maybe you went early.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
I ate the floor
yeah,
sushi.
we ate
But
floor
the new
sushi.
place is very tasty. Very
Speaking of
delicious.
floor sushi, tell us what everything is.
I'm gonna need a different lead in than that.
No,
please.
she likes to
No, I
go
like
with like,
the-
yeah.
I like a good back.
Yeah.
What are we even looking at?
Okay. That
exciting.
is whipped feta with asparagus
Oh.
and shaved radishes and mint and basil, and then there's some
Do you just take feta and whip it?
hit.
Yeah, how do you whip feta?
Pickled mustard seeds are also on there.
Pickled mustard
Pickled
seeds?
mustard seeds, honey. Just a little pop.
Oh my God, you sound like Parker Posey.
Mm-hmm.
No,
her.
tsunami.
No, don't do it.
Saxon.
Wait, what does she call her pills?
Lorazepams.
Lorazepams.
Somebody
You should
took
start
my
calling your mom Lorazepam.
Oh, I will. That's an adorable name for a Pam.
Lorazepam Fandel. Wow.
Do you just take feta and whip it?
Yeah, you will usually like add a little bit of like cream or something, but then you can kind of season it with whatever you want.
Wow.
It's
So,
so
like-
I've
beautiful.
never whipped feta before, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
just in the food
I'm gonna
processor.
try.
They're like
it.
lily pads.
Just buzz it a little bit.
And then this guy.
That guy. So that is some roasted carrots over a romesco sauce.
Wow.
Which is like charred peppers and almonds and
romesco.
breadcrumbs and yeah.
They have it. They have a. You can buy it at Trader Joe's.
You can.
Yeah. It's delicious.
And then there's
But
some orange,
you
or
probably
some
made yours.
clementines, some shaved fennel, fennel seeds.
This is
what
fucking
else did
crazy.
I put on there? Oh, pistachios.
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 Wow.
So
Yeah.
I also find a lot of chefs, like you don't cook like this for yourself.
No.
You make grilled cheeses.
I mean, if that. I'm usually like
See,
eating.
all chefs, they just kind of like
I'm
whip
usually
up
like eating the dregs.
2 seconds to make our face look good.
I'm usually like eating. That's a great comparison, actually. I'm usually like eating the dregs of whatever I've made for my children.
They're dregs.
Jesus.
Oh, Billie Jean is not my lover.
Wow. What the fuck is happening?
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's also funny because Steve Martin is not my target clientele.
Wait, why?
No, he just is he can go
hard sell?
he can go food nerd with me from time to time on special occasions.
What does Steve Martin do for a living?
He is, it's hard to explain. He's not in the mob, but I used to say that he's in HR, and he's like, you have to stop telling people that.
Because it sounds a little mobby.
It's HR adjacent,
Okay.
whatever that is. So he's in benefits delivery services. Feel free to edit that out. Yeah, so he like, it's like retirement plans. and stuff
Okay.
Oh.
like that. Yeah.
I don't know if he like did anything as far as just completely different than you.
Yeah, no, he is a music guy. So he used to do like
Okay.
production, live engineering, which he still does from time to time.
How
But
do you
he help
get
with the
fennel to
restaurant?
taste
don't
good?
always pay the bills, honey. You know what I mean?
Sure.
What'd you say?
How do you get fennel to taste good like this?
I'm similar. I just shave it really fine and put a lot of salt and lemon on it.
Oh my God. This is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's one of those things that can be very like overpowering if it's not, if there's like too much of it or whatever.
I love it.
Yeah.
Actually, I
pretty
could eat like this
glad.
every day.
I
Like
know.
if somebody just did this for me every day. Where is he? Where's Alan?
Alan.
Where's Alan? Call him. Oh God, should we do like a call-in show? That would be amazing.
Oh, should we FaceTime him real quick?
He's the best.
It was really cute. I was like, ooh, who's that?
Yeah.
And
Oh, this is
single
gonna
now?
make him. Yeah, single.
I'm gonna meet
This
him.
is gonna make him so happy. Yeah.
That some girl that he never met is trying to hook him up.
That a
With
hot
the
girl
fucking
that he's
donkeys.
never met is
Listen,
yeah
you know what I mean?
considering.
Gee.
Actually, you know what? You could ask Sandra about him. They know each other.
Oh, great. Well, I trust you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and Sandra, obviously.
He is a mensch. He's really like one of the best dudes that I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like this is so beautiful.
And he can dress. He gets like custom like like custom suiting jackets and stuff like that. He's
damn.
the best.
Oh damn.
Oh, damn.
So when you make dinners for your babas, for your
little
sweet
twinnies.
babas, do boys or girl, boy, boy,
Both
girl?
boys.
Both boys.
They're both
Two
boys.
Twin boys. That's a lot, Molly.
Yeah.
And they're
It
six.
was a lot.
They're
yes.
flying off walls, aren't they?
Baby
Yeah, they're
girl.
like full
And they
grown.
are, I forgot how to eat asparagus all of a sudden. I was like trying to fold it and I was like, this is going to be on the internet. I'm going to just pick a different way.
I just slap a whole branch down my
Yeah.
esophagus. Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Why not?
We call it a branch?
Yeah.
Just
A
fold
branch.
it.
Yeah.
Fold it in the side way.
I'm eating the tops of the carrots that you don't eat, so that's who I am.
So fucking good.
You can.
Okay. What are their names, first of all?
George and Elliot.
Cute.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no family history. There was no interventions. It was just a full-on Shocker. Oh, you will love this actually.
Like of twins.
Yeah.
Like no. Hit,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. So I'm literally I'm in the doctor's office, and the doctor like wouldn't show me the screen, and I was like, what's happening
He's
over
like
there?
nothing. He's like,
Yeah. And
Don't look.
and she said, I'm just getting my bearings.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
She said, I'm just getting my bearings. I was like, what does that mean? You're getting your bearings. And then she turned it around and she goes, here's the first sack and here's the second sack. And I was like, what's that one for? And
What does that one do? Get the poop?
Yeah.
What does that one do?
like a storage unit or like what? like a dorm fridge? What is that?
Yeah.
And
Like
she
a
was
dorm
like,
fridge.
no, there's another baby in there. And I was like, Like I just literally over and over was like, what?
I don't want to.
And then just fully started like cackling like
Yeah.
a crazy person.
Yeah. Processing.
And
it all
then-
processed.
And my,
really
and my
quick.
husband was just like, just full like internal,
did
like
Steve
just
Martin have a heart attack?
implosion. Perfect example of him being the practical one. This is my favorite. We had literally just bought a car. We bought a Volkswagen Jetta. I had test driven a Jetta wagon, which arguably drastically more practical for someone who's just starting a catering company,
Sure.
but decided to get the tiniest fucking German little
Yeah.
car. Anyway, and like I'm not even exaggerating. Like the first thing out of his mouth when she said it's twins was he was like, "Should have got that fucking wagon." It's like that's what came to your mind right now. Like that's
but
the
like,
first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you're
should
gonna
have got
have
the
all
fucking
the-
wagon.
He was not wrong. He was not wrong.
Do you have
but
the
I was
wagon?
like,
Do you have a wagon now? What do you have?
No, I still
you
have
still
the-
have that.
I don't know if you've
still
heard,
have
but
it?
I don't know if you've heard, but children are very expensive. So yeah, I'm gonna drive that thing until it kapoots.
And the thing is,
Or if they
like,
start playing soccer, I'm
you,
gonna have to figure out
it's
something
not
else.
like you had like a boy and then another boy a couple years later where all the
Yeah.
hand-me-downs go to them. You have to buy 2 of everything right now.
Yeah.
Right now. It's happening all right now.
Right
Double.
now.
All right, now I got very lucky, and then I had one of my best friends.
This is so fucking good, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
One of my
Look
best
what
friends
I'm doing.
had.
Look what I'm doing. I'm doing it.
Oh, a
Look what I'm doing.
mashup.
Yeah, I'm
Full
doing a
tree.
mashup.
Oh, I mashed up.
Love it.
That's what you
Time
do.
I've been mashing up. Oh my God.
Yeah, I had another friend who had twins a few years ahead of me,
Oh.
so I got bags.
Oh.
Twin
Bags of
boys?
clothes.
Wow.
What are the chances
what
of
are- yeah.
that?
Okay, this is actually weird.
I don't know anybody that has twins, do I?
I
I feel
don't.
like we should maybe consider we've considered a class action suit because like multiple girls from my year at our college ended up having twins.
Something in the acid.
What college? Mississippi State University?
Rude, Sewanee.
I don't know what that means.
Is that MSU? Yeah. Wait, what's Sewanee? It's Culinary Institute.
Oh.
No. I never went to culinary school. Sewanee is like a liberal arts University of the South.
University of the South.
Cute.
Yeah, it's between here and Chattanooga.
So how many people had twins from your...
I think we're up to like 5.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Something happened.
maybe.
Was there a plant?
Maybe.
Power plant?
There was,
Was
a power
there
plant.
was there like a spill?
Was
of
there a
some kind,
spill?
or an asteroid?
Was
Yeah.
there an asteroid?
And there was not that I am aware of, but
What kind of drugs were on campus that you've
Listen.
all...
listen.
Was it very synthetic? What kind of synthetic?
It was a weird
It was
strain
a
of weed.
Yep.
Nice try. That's a nice try. They're gonna get me on the record saying that. Thank you.
That 5 is a lot of people to know
It
to
is a
have
lot.
twins.
It's
That's
crazy
I don't know.
town.
I don't know
one.
one. I don't know one.
Yeah.
Twin. Do I know people who have twins?
Well, now you start seeing them everywhere.
I know twins. I know.
I know.
one set
I
of
know
twins.
twins. I know the Rivera twins. I went to high school with them. The Olsen twins.
Oh, I know the
The
Olsen
Olsen
twins.
twin? Yes. The row.
That's all.
That's it. Just 2 sets.
I think that's it.
Oh my
And
god.
now yours, Molly.
Oh yeah, now we know you're twins.
Can't wait to introduce you to them.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it's gonna be great.
Are you at
Oh
your
my
restaurant
God.
all the time? Are you?
I don't have a
Oh yeah,
restaurant.
tell us about the farm.
the
Don't have
farm?
a
No,
restaurant.
but it is a farm. But it's also you cook.
So we actually the funny thing is
I'm sorry that I got that confused.
There's
No,
no
it
food
was-
there. I'm just kidding.
I was like, I thought you ate. What did you guys do? You fucking with me right now?
So I actually got to the point where having opened restaurants and worked in them forever, like to the point where I was potentially going to open one. And then after opening 2 in rapid succession, I was like, no, thank you. I knew I wanted to have kids. And it started as like catering, like culinary event type stuff, private chef stuff.
Which is where you make fucking dough, right? Like
Dough.
You
Sure.
can.
Yeah.
You can. It's the nicest thing about it is you get your money up front, which you don't have in the restaurant business, and that's always the killer. Is like you have to make the same amount of food and bring in the same amount of people, no matter who shows up.
Yeah.
You know? So like you can open your doors and literally no one comes in
one's
and
there.
sits down, and you're still paying out the same.
Right.
So that was one of the reasons. But yeah, I love the thing that I always loved about serving even and like being in restaurants was it was like kind of one of the last places that people like sit down and like put their phones away and like look in each other's eyes and tell stories and like celebrate milestones and you know feel present with each other.
Well, that's the purpose. That's the
point.
point.
Yeah.
That's the point.
You break bread with people.
You break
That
bread
is-
with
that's
people.
the poipus. It
Yeah,
is,
you have
yes.
good,
You're
delicious
right.
wines and great conversation.
Interstellars.
And, interstellars.
Interstellar
Yeah.
wines if they're available.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Well, food is like music. It's that feeling. It's
yeah, I play
just-
music too, and
Of course she does.
What do you mean?
well, I should say used to. I don't really play much anymore. I made an album with
Yeah,
my
of
husband
course you did.
back in the day, and then
See,
Yay.
because every
You and your husband? That's
person,
so
yes,
cute.
all does all these awesome
I
things.
know.
Everyone is
'Cause
so
we're creative-
multi-talented.
Creative people are.
You're like, oh, also I put out an album with Bruce Springsteen back.
Oh,
then.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, I
okay,
mean,
no big deal.
in 2012, I
What?
wrote a book about sphincters.
did you good?
No.
I'd love to read it.
But okay,
Yeah,
go
would
ahead.
love
I'm
to
sorry.
read
I'm
it.
just always
Picture
blown
book.
away by everyone's story because everyone's so multi-talented. It's so impressive.
I know it is. We have really good guests on.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was why I moved here in the first place. Is I don't know that I was like I'm gonna go make it in Nashville, but I just wanted it to be like around
music.
and
Yeah, absolutely.
And some of my very best friends in the world are from that whole time, and that's kind of the best part about the record is it's like a time capsule of like
That's
all my
cool.
favorite people played on it and like
that's fun.
collaborated on it. And it was the songs that I wrote about my husband when we were first like falling in love, and so yeah, it's really cool, and it just still has like this lovely little life of its own. Like every now and again I'll just get a message from somebody that I like went to college with or from high school. It was like, I'm listening to your album, or like one of my friends told me recently that I saw from like one of my middle school friends like sings one of my songs to her kids as like a lullaby, which just like
Cute.
yeah, which is awesome. But
That's so
What
cute.
kind of music?
I never could answer that question very well.
Lullaby.
metal.
Lullaby music.
But yeah, kind of like I would say sort of like bluesy Americana vibe, like songwriter type stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
Love that. Can we find you on Spotify?
You can indeed. Yes.
That's so fun.
I can indeed.
Great. We're gonna dance around to it.
We're gonna do a clip after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
For
want to
the
hear me
listening
now, you have to be working with me because I'll just like sing narrate the stuff that I'm doing. I'm like,
Yeah.
gonna shave some carrots now. Like that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's all
She
we
gonna
do.
shave
That's
some
all.
carrots.
That's all.
Yeah.
I just sang
You
before.
gotta whip
What-
the
heard
better now. You gotta make it better now.
It really keeps.
You gotta make it better with better.
Do you put your hand up
Oh,
here
you have
as I
to.
do it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the Mariah Carey.
Well, you have to hear yourself better.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta hear yourself better.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's so fun. And then with Juniper, what did you?
Well, yeah. So the evolution of that was that I had, like I said, opened a couple of concepts really quickly back to back, and was doing the thing where I was working like 90, 100 hours a week and just insane stuff.
Yeah.
And I kind of had this realization of like, okay, this used to be like a temporary thing, and now it feels like more of a calling for me. But like, if I'm gonna work this hard, I want to work for myself.
Yes.
And I took a mini sort of like sabbatical. So like one of the things that influenced my style a lot is there's a chef in UK, Yotam Ottolenghi. So most people know him here.
Yotam
Ottolenghi,
Ottolenghi.
yeah, he's Israeli.
Yotam Ottolenghi.
Yotam Ottolenghi. Yotam Ottolenghi.
Yotam Ottolenghi.
Yotam
He's-
Yotam.
Ottolenghi.
This is my favorite, like the way
Ottolenghi.
that you guys just like build up, like it goes so
Yotam
far afield. Yotam
Ottolenghi.
Otto.
Ottolenghi.
No B.
Yotam Ottolenghi.
Ottolenghi.
Yotam.
You know what? We'll put it. We'll fix it in post. We'll put it in the. We'll put it in the
It
liner
doesn't matter.
notes.
He's definitely not watching this.
Yeah, he.
You never know.
Sorry to fucking butcher your name, bro. Tom. Wait.
Tom.
Yotam.
Yotam.
Ottolenghi.
Yeah. Tom. I'm sorry to.
Yotam, won't you bang me?
Oh, maybe. I'm sorry, honey. He is super gay. Super gay.
Super gay.
Oh, he would
Yo,
be.
old Tom don't want to bang me.
You do not want to bang
Sure
me.
does not.
No, he sure does not.
Wow. What a name. I've never heard of such a thing.
He's Israeli, and he has a bunch of restaurants over there. But he's like, most people in America know him from his cookbook. So he has like Plenty in Jerusalem and like really, really popular cookbooks.
He makes a lot of Jewish food.
He makes a lot of Jewish food, a lot of Middle Eastern, Mediterranean food. Delicious.
What's your
delicious.
favorite Jewish food?
Matzo ball soup or latkes.
I love a latke.
Oh, I love a latke.
A latke is the
I like
fish with the
kugel
bagel?
too.
That's lox.
That's
Latke
bagel
is
and
the
lox.
crispy potato pancake.
Oh, anything crispy and potato.
Oh,
You
so
could do
divine.
anything with
Hard to go
potatoes
wrong
and I'll
with
eat
that.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's made of potatoes? Put it in my mouth.
100%.
Give it to me.
100%.
Yeah. But yeah, I went and actually, like, I literally was home one night and I was like, why? I was kind of burnt out. I was like, why am I doing this anymore? And I sent an email to them and was like, do you ever like accept stages, which is like an internship?
I know what a stage
Yeah,
is.
and,
I didn't know what a stage
Well,
is.
because Sandra, when she came here, she staged at Husk.
That's right.
Oh,
yeah.
she staged at Husk.
She was a
did.
stage.
Clearly, neither of you watched The Bear, but
Yes, I do.
You
When
do.
the fuck did
But
they
I-
say stage there?
I don't know.
They don't.
I watched it.
I don't
no
think there's
stage.
Well, no, he staged. The bear staged. He
Oh, at
staged
that
in,
crazy
in,
place.
in Copenhagen.
He staged, but I don't think anybody said stage, so I didn't know that's what was
Apologies.
happening.
Yeah.
Apologies
He's
all
hot.
around.
His mouth kind of
He's-
bothers me, but there's something hot. There's something very hot about him.
Oh yeah, he's hot.
He is, but his little mouth is
king.
like very like.
You see something hot, like it's not a universally agreed upon.
I don't think it's a
thing.
universally
Like,
agreed
what?
upon
We
thing.
love that though.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's a very specific
The
like.
Calvin Klein ads?
His body is a fucking banging.
Yeah.
Wonderland. Yeah.
body
Yeah.
is
His
wonderful.
eyes?
Yeah, it's a very, but like some would say, he doesn't do it for me.
It's the swag, though.
He's got,
Yeah,
well,
but
that's his body,
swag.
his swag, everything, all of that makes
all of
him
it.
hot.
Yeah.
All of it. Yeah.
Because he
I like
kind of,
his shitty attitude. I think that's what I'm attracted to.
yeah, because he does look like Willy Wonka.
Great.
Have you dated chefs?
We love Marty Feldman or whoever the fuck.
That's
that
not
actor
his
was.
name.
That's not his
That's
name.
not his name. That's your grandfather. Your grandfather was Marty Feldman.
No, but who was the guy
that
played
wasn't his name. Gene Simmons.
Gene Hackman?
Hackman?
No, it wasn't Gene. It
No,
was Gene
Hackman.
Wilder.
Gene Wilder.
You made it there.
We went Gene
Jeez.
Simmons, Gene Hackman, Gene Wilder. Dead, dead, dead.
It started
Dead,
with
dead, dead.
Marty Feldman.
Wrong. Yeah, he was in the
Yeah.
Princess Bride. I'm sorry. I just went.
Feldman?
Marty
Two-
Feldman?
Your grandfather was in The Princess Bride?
No, the actor Marty Feldman, the really Jewish with the curls in Princess Bride.
Mowich?
Marriage. Marty Feldman.
Mowich.
Marty Feldman.
The actor was Marty Feldman.
Yeah, girl.
God, the random shit that you
I'm
know.
about to say, I feel like you're one of
I was
maybe...
raised by Jews.
Yeah, I feel like you're one of
I
six
was raised
people
by
who could name
Republican
that guy.
Jews, so it's
Yeah.
just
Oh.
all across the board. I know
Oh.
all kinds of fun shit.
You definitely
It's
should have
great.
been a Tanner. Yeah.
I know.
You know what? Now that we
Actually,
think about
yeah,
it.
kind of wild that I have such an edgy name, but
Yeah.
I do. I really do. I really
Gene Wilder,
do.
not hot. Anyway, okay.
Gene Wilder, not hot. Maybe back in the day. Maybe when he was 32, he was hot.
Yeah,
We don't
maybe.
know.
Maybe he did like
I feel like he was probably that age when he did Willy Wonka, which was terrifying.
I know, and they look 65.
way of knowing.
Oh,
What a
Gene.
creepy, like kind of creepy, right? Like,
The whole movie's terrifying.
pretty terrifying.
A lot of these movies were. Like, the movies for kids, you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
kids.
Ooh,
Yeah.
This doesn't feel
The
right.
Wizard of Oz, like the weird one with
No.
the people on the hands. What the fuck?
You know how many people died on the set of Wizard of Oz? It's
Do you remember?
bananas.
You can see his clip of
Yeah.
somebody hanging
Uh-huh.
on one of the trees in the background when they're walking down the yellow brick road. One like
Ugh.
a lighting guy
Ugh.
was like,
No wonder
"Today's
Judy
it.
Garland
Today's
was
the
on
day.
drugs.
Fuck this movie. I'm overworked. I'm underpaid.
Yeah, I'm over
Judy
it.
Garland's a bitch.
Yeah,
yeah,
Chance won't stop smoking.
yeah."
Oh, man.
Somewhere over the rainbow, you'll find me dead. Dude.
Oh, my God.
Ridiculous. Molly, your hair's adorable.
Yeah, you're so
Wow.
Yeah, you're so
Thank
cute.
you. I literally someone was like, "You're gonna be on a podcast?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "For who?" And I explained it, and they were like,
Don't worry
"Why?"
about it.
And
Yeah,
I was like,
don't
"I
worry
don't
about it.
know.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to contribute to
We know
that
what we're doing.
particular
Yeah,
part."
take your
of
negative
things.
attitude. Person
Here we
that
go.
you're talking
What
to.
size barrel iron
What are you
do
trying to
use?
Yeah.
say about me?
Yeah.
No, I literally got it done on Wednesday.
The cut.
The cut and the color because
nice.
I had a skunk stripe.
I know.
And I almost
know it.
rescheduled, and then I was like, no, I can't go. I told her, I was like, I can't go on the hair and the makeup.
I mean, you can. I have
Podcast with
skunk
Mommy.
stripes all the time.
Yeah, you
Mom
could've.
hair.
Yeah.
No.
I just finally shaved my legs for the first time in like 2 months.
Same.
Since I found out I was pregnant. So
Can you see them?
well,
no, but they're very
No, but I'm
smooth.
saying, can you start to see? Have you reached the stage where you're
Oh,
like,
I
can't?
can shave my legs.
You can?
I
Okay.
yeah.
Because it gets
I can't
crazy.
see my toes. When I look down, I can't see my toes.
at some point off camera, I
Yeah.
will show you a picture of me the night before
I
I had
need
them.
to see that.
And
Oh,
it was
I
bananas.
saw it.
They were 7 pounds each. Yeah.
You had 14
I
pounds of
did.
baby and then the rest of everything.
Showed it.
And then all the other things.
Yeah.
Does that mean you have 2 placentas?
Depends on the
Okay.
twins. Yeah. Identical usually
question,
just have
Feldman.
the one.
Hey,
Nailed
good
it.
question.
Nailed
Hey,
it.
Molly, you probably had no brain at all because the babies took all of your brain from you. Did you know that's a
100%.
thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well-
Oh yes. But I'm like ADHD as hell on a good day. So like pregnant brain and then like post with like the mom brain. And now I thought I was gonna like have some beautiful period where it all came back to me, but then it's like, oop, perimenopause, JK.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, shit.
you're just gonna be dumb for
Cool.
the rest of
For the rest of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's got to be something you
I'm
can
really
do about
smart about a bunch of little things, but if we're talking about actually like executing a plan, I'm probably not the one that you want to call.
Yeah. I always say, like, you know what you're good at.
Yeah.
You're not over here claiming to be a know-it-all and like a fucking savant, right? Ever.
We also can't.
You're just like,
There's just no. We can't know. We can't
No.
be perfect.
No.
the thing is, I'm already like almost there.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to make other people feel
gotta
poorly.
My
Source it.
brain is so big. How could I possibly fit more things in it?
Well, you actually,
That's where I'm at.
you actually just said a couple weeks ago that your brain's getting smaller.
My brain is
So-
getting, according to Lisa, my nail girl, my brain is getting smaller.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, see?
It does.
Yeah, and she was like, "I know, I had double the brain loss."
Yeah. I actually lost 40 pounds after giving birth.
20 in your brain?
They, well,
20
probably.
brain.
But because they literally were like crushing my internal organs, so I wasn't
cute.
really hungry. I had to like make myself eat towards the end. They like literally all of your organs like rearrange themselves to like
I've
make
watched videos, yeah.
room.
Did
They come from your vagina?
It's bananas. No, it did not. It did not. They
It did not.
They did. The royal
it's.
That would have
Royally
been
it did not-
crazy if
Yeah.
you just had a natural birth.
Is
which
that
I'm sure
is that a
people
thing?
do.
Like
It is a thing.
twins?
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a lot of risks associated with it. If you can get them both head down, which doesn't always happen, then they will sometimes try it. But the weird thing is, I don't know all the science behind. I can't know everything.
No,
but,
we don't know.
it is
Please.
fairly common, I think, for like if you have one naturally. The other one goes into distress, and so it happens sometimes where you have a natural birth, and then they have to go in and get the other one.
So you're
you
double
dip in.
duped?
Well, because the baby's like, where'd my buddy go?
Yeah, it happened to one of my friends. She had a natural first,
Where'd my
and then
buddy
emergency
go?
C-section.
One of the 1,000 twin moms, you know? Mm-hmm. That's wild.
And then, okay, so I actually asked my doctor at one point, because they weren't going both head down, and then finally one of them did. And I said, well, can we talk about my options to try natural? And she was like, well, I mean, we can talk. She was like, no BS. She was like, we can talk about it, but
Is this Deborah?
you don't want to end up with a splash and dash. And I said, I'm sorry,
what?
what did
I'm
she
sorry?
say? She called it a splash and dash.
I know about the splash and dash.
You do?
No. It's a different kind of splash and dash.
Wait, what?
It's like a pop
It's where you go to a
over,
bar,
yeah.
you throw a drink in someone's face,
Yeah.
and you
Like
kick them
a
in the dick, and you
Sunday
leave.
roast.
That's the way I like to date.
What?
I don't know.
Perfect.
Now that I've eaten, I'm getting a second win.
Yeah. Let her go.
Just let me go. Just let me do what I'm doing.
No, that's what she called an emergency C-section. It was a splash and dash. And I was like, I don't think that's the thing you say in the front of the house, honey. Like,
Sure.
that's the thing you say with your other doctor
Didn't you
friends
have the
at happy
same-
hour,
Yeah,
but,
behind
like,
Didn't you have the same doctor as Mary Lawless?
at first.
Oh.
Yes.
Deborah or whatever.
Oh,
Deborah.
Donna.
oh God. See,
Donna.
this is where it's.
I
Donna.
stalked her, but
She's amazing.
I haven't reached out.
What's holding you back?
I
Give her
like
a-
can't.
give her a
call.
call.
Yeah, call up.
I
Give her a
can't.
Give her a call.
I am having the hardest time finding a team that I like. I fucking
hear you.
hate them all.
Are you
Yeah.
still trying to find your doctor?
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried. I've switched over to midwives.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have all my paperwork is going to another doctor just in case. I hate the midwives.
Mm-hmm.
I just went to go get my 20-week anatomy scan and to meet a new doctor like following after my anatomy scan.
Mm-hmm.
And she walks in after making us wait 45 minutes. She goes, "Do you have any questions?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course I have questions. Is my baby okay?" And she's like, "Well, you have to come back in 4 weeks. We couldn't take good enough photos." I'm like,
Lead with that.
"Why? Like, why?" And she's like, "Just sometimes that happens. Like he was moving too much or like whatever." And I'm like, "Okay." And she's like, "So," and I'm like, "So, like, what do you mean? Like, is he all right?" And she's like, "Well, I mean, he's like fine, but like we just can't complete the scan." And I'm like, your
like,
vibe
don't-
is so fucked
Yeah,
up.
you're like,
Yeah.
don't say it like this. Don't say it like
Oh,
that.
no.
Like, I mean, like,
She was
I
like
don't know, man.
annoyed with me that I
empathy.
couldn't
Maybe you didn't have
understand.
pictures. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
she
is
was,
what
I
I
think,
mean.
fine.
It was the same. It was like factory type vibes.
Yes,
Whereas, like,
that's
so,
what-
So Donna is the opposite of that. Donna Crow.
Yes.
She is very like calming and like everybody who works in that practice like understands what it means to like be a woman and like what you need to know, what you're coming in, like where to start from, right?
Yeah.
You never feel like they're sort of checking boxes. And like the lady, so I came back for my next appointment and she was like going over her notes. She goes, "Oh, okay, do we still need to talk about trying natural birth?" Where I was like, "Not after you called it a splash and dash." And she
Yeah.
was like, and she just looked like really stricken and she was like, "Did I say that?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "I'm sorry."
That's funny.
But at least she like caught it.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, you didn't
You
really sell
did
it.
say
You didn't
splash
really
and
yeah,
sell it
you
for
didn't
me.
fucking sell it,
Yeah.
bro.
Not
You're like, that's kitchen talk.
not
That's
the
kitchen talk.
yes, that is
Yeah.
back of house,
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll figure it out.
I know
But
you
I'm
will.
meeting another one and I have one on the deck, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
I didn't know. Yeah. Now, if I could do it again, I would have been a lot smarter about it. But I didn't think about
I
anything.
can't just
then.
I just can't be in the hands of anybody. I just can't.
Taryn was like, "What doctor did you have?" And I was like, she was a woman. I was like, she was a lady. I think her Dr. Black woman. I don't remember.
She's like, she can't remember. She can't remember.
But she was
don't
great.
know.
How old is your kid?
8.
2.
What are we talking about? Brain function? Yeah. I don't know.
Brain function. Yeah.
You gotta remember other things
Yeah.
in the meantime.
Nothing matters.
Okay, well, so do you guys cook? Do you guys like to do, you have a signature
She's
dish?
actually really good
Yeah?
at salads. And all her,
Okay.
she'll whip up. Taryn's very, very good in the kitchen.
Multi-talented.
Yeah, multi-talented. And you're always trying new things.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where you get your recipes from.
Online.
She gets them online.com.
Blogs.
I go back and forth. My mom's a big cook. She's
Yeah,
Italian.
you make really good Italian.
Oh,
I make when I cook, I make Italian food.
Yes.
Her meatballs.
Other than that,
Call
I batch cook a lot for myself when I'm like hard in the gym, so I'm gonna get back on that regiment. So I just do like a lot of grilled chicken and vegetables. So pretty fucking boring, but and for Charlie, like kid stuff. I don't really mess around anymore. I used to,
Yeah.
but then I got bored of it.
Yeah.
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 I eat like cottage
doesn't-
cheese. I eat like
I can't.
I just go and
That's
I
like
whip
a-
up like hard boiled eggs. Like I eat the same things pretty much every day. So
Yeah.
but I love food. I love like this. I love this. I love this. I just don't.
We need to get you like a
do it for
top
myself.
3 sauces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that's my.
I need a
that's my
drizzle.
evangelism is the drizzle.
I need a drizzle, my spizzle,
Yeah.
nizzle. Yes.
Yeah.
Because if I had a good drizzle spizzle
Yeah.
on my nizzle,
Yeah,
I feel like it would be such a game changer.
Game
No?
changer.
It is.
Because
Yeah.
I could just put a little sizzle bizzle,
Absolutely.
dizzle
Yes.
on my chicken, and
Yeah.
then it's a whole different chicken.
And then
It's a whole different chicken. Yeah.
All right.
And then
Do
it's
it.
going to inspire you to make different things, I promise you.
Okay.
When you have different, like,
Yeah, you
foods.
can get in a rut sometimes, I think.
Yeah.
I've been in a rut for
you know
about
what I
8
noticed
years.
where it did that for me
Right.
was I started ordering all my groceries delivered because like I'm not trying to take those kids into the grocery store. It is
100%.
an utter disaster. Like the last time I did it, this was years ago. Like literally a woman who worked there like came up and was like, "Are you okay? Like, do you need assistance?" Like in the best way. In the
Okay.
best way. But there was another, like, there were multiple, like, older people who made sort of, like, comments like, "Whoa, not their day, huh?" And whatever. And I was like,
Shut
"What
the
are you,
fuck up.
what are you
You're like,
going
what do you know about
for?
twins?
What are you going for here? You know?
Yeah, what do you know
So,
about twins?
What do you know about having 2 twin boys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
take him
turn
for
around.
a spin. Take him for a drive around, see how it goes
Turn
for you. But yeah, it was a nightmare. And I was like, no, I'm doing that. So, but you know, when you go in to order your groceries, it's like, order again. And you're like, yeah, add to cart. Like
Yeah.
all 30 of these things. So
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
just like, okay, we're making this. All right, cool.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna start carrying bubbles around with me. I want to be that person to calm babies when they need that. I know.
that's really
Do you ever see those
sweet.
videos of like people on planes that just
No.
happen to have bubbles, or like kids in grocery
No.
stores? I'm gonna start keeping a little
I
thing of
love
bubbles in my bag.
No, I've
Because
definitely
that's
seen
what
videos
makes-
where it's like an old man who like carries a baby in the
I don't-
plane.
Yeah,
and stuff
that's
like that.
So sweet.
Yeah,
Do you think it's okay for you to do that?
Yes. Oh, yes.
It's not a
blow
like
in your
an
Creepy.
old,
face.
I'm just like this.
It's not an old man who lost his wife. That's who I think carries bubbles.
An old man who lost his wife. Well, I'm eventually gonna be that person. That persona, but the woman that lost her husband.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
here's what I'll say.
I'm
I think
married for death.
If you
I
have
don't know what you're
any-
talking about right now, though. Hold on, let me get a little clarification on where you're trying to go with this. Like an old man who lost.
Like I just saw like a video, like a TikTok of the guy that like there's a guy that sits with a bag of treats so that the people that are walking on this one busy street, he can say hi to all the dogs because he's got the treats.
That's adorable.
That's adorable, but I think he lost his wife, and so he's bored, and he's just like,
Okay.
Or the
he
old guy who
lost
takes
his
naps with
purpose.
kittens at the shelter.
yeah.
Okay.
That's
This
why
is
I'm saying,
different.
this is different.
This is different
You're
for
a
me.
hot 40-something.
Yeah, blowing bubbles at babies.
That's all
right.
I'm saying.
I needed to be on your page for a second.
Yeah,
I
you
needed
got
to
really
meet you on
tan
your
in
little.
that couple days.
Yeah, dude. I always get
I
tan.
know.
Italian person. Italian stallion.
I know.
Yeah.
So
I do
annoying.
not get tan.
I do.
I get pink and then it peels off.
Really?
And that's it.
Yeah. This
No,
is, I got my
gave up.
base.
I gave up a long
Congratulations,
time
Mari. You
ago.
got your base.
Damn it. I want a base.
Oh man, but that's so sweet though. I mean,
Look, anytime you can
I think
like
you can
find
do
a
it.
way, a small way to show a mom of young children any empathy in a public setting,
absolutely.
you got to do it. It's like-
Absolutely,
And you
because
can do it with
it's-
bubbles.
And you could do it with bubbles. I love bubbles.
Like even when you see a kid who's kind of like running around crazy or like freaking out, I try to make a conscious effort to like wave at them
To trip them.
or sort of.
I'm going to be somebody's mother,
so
ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, some of them do deserve it. Some
Yes!
of them do deserve
Oh
it.
yeah.
Like you go. This is the thing that may eventually become your reality as a boy mom is the trampoline park,
Oh, God.
which is a literal hell on earth.
Hell on earth.
It is, but it's the
And it's-
only place that you can have a birthday party
Yeah, it's
if
also
you
like
want to have
just
friends.
Germ
If you
Fest
wanna-
Central.
Oh,
Ugh.
yeah, it's like a giant
Ugh.
ball pit from Chuck E. Cheese
Sweaty
or whatever.
balls.
It's like
But-
it's like a college pool. It's like being at a pool
Yeah.
party for college kids.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
everyone's
for
on a little bit of ecstasy.
amped up. Like all the kids are like X'd out on ices
Yeah.
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
bad pizza, and then the parents are just like whatever, just go.
Yeah.
And
Burn it.
you can literally go and like try to keep track of them, and then you don't see them for like a full 45 minutes to
That's
an
okay.
hour.
They're
And you're
having
like,
fun.
hope he's not upside down. But
or outside.
Or outside. Luckily, the inside is.
There's one door in, one door out.
Yeah, the inside is exciting enough that you don't have to worry about that as much. But like, where the fuck was I going with this? You guys were talking about.
Oh, I know.
Oh, you were talking about kids. We were talking about like kids who are jerks or whatever, and like there are the number of times that these kids were like free range. They know that their parents have just like given up, and then like you're in there with like still trying to like parent your own kid. We were talking like 7, 8 years old, you know. And you'd be like, hey, can you like, it was his turn. Can you like let him go and jump? And they'll just like look you dead ass in the eye and then just like go anyway or whatever. Like, it's like.
Where are your parents?
Yes.
I'm gonna spit in the mouth. Yeah.
I'm so glad I don't have a kid like that. My kid's cool like that. She's never been a dick. She's not an asshole kid, especially to other. I mean, to me,
has she
like,
been to a trampoline park though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But she's also like slower than the normal kid. She's just like bounce. Bounce. She's not like a runner. She's
like, give me a cookie,
know where
bitch.
she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes
she'll ask like existential crisis questions.
Oh.
Yeah.
The moon was made of spare ribs. Would you eat it?
Recently, when we were on our trip in Florida, she was like, "Hey, Miss Mary Mac, what are you all dressed in black?
Oh,
what are you wearing? Silver buttons?
What?
That's crazy. All down your back? Whoa. Did you ask your mom for like 50 cents? She was like, because that's not even a lot. She goes, that's not even a lot of money. But you needed to borrow that money to watch the elephants jump over the fence, right? And it was the whole, and we were, I died
like
laughing.
Larry David vibes.
So
yeah, it's
Larry
like,
David.
what's that kind of slam poetry?
It was very slam poetry. Me and Tim were just like,
you gotta nip that in the bud then, because I don't want my kid doing slam poetry. I feel like if they were trying to workshop ideas.
Miss Mary Mac.
No. You know what
dressed
it is?
in.
It's the movie. It's the
with Mike Myers.
Yes, I married an axe murderer. Yes, Harriet. Hard-hearted harbinger of haggis.
The children will never understand. They're never going to understand. They don't know what they're talking about right now. It's a different generation.
I know.
It's so sad.
Do you feel like there was an age or like a particular moment in time where like none of your cultural references landed anymore? I feel like
now.
Yeah.
This.
I mean, like how long?
Bitches don't know Alanis Morissette.
Yeah.
Or Fiona Apple, and I'm like, what?
Well, that is the one beauty of the 90s being back. I feel like they're trying. Olivia Rodrigo has introduced them to the OG greats now.
Well, thank you, Olivia.
What is that? You think it is? You don't think it's us as their fucking parents?
Oh God, I hadn't really considered that as a geriatric mother.
Right.
People had
kids a long time ago.
I'm hard. I'm 1980. I'm last cutoff for Generation X. That's badass.
Oh.
Like I'm a Generation Xer.
Wait, am I a Generation X?
No, you're a millennial. Sorry.
We're elder millennials.
Older millennials, but you're still. I'm sorry. I know it's a lot to process.
I feel 44.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I literally.
I feel like you identify as
44.
No, a Gen Xer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not very millennial-y.
I can't actually I take it back as it was coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, I made a TikTok this morning.
Yes,
so.
exactly.
Never. I've never.
I got to start putting my life on the internet if that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah. And I'm really good. Sometimes I'll go like a couple weeks and I'm like, bum, and I got to take a break. I got to back out.
On TikTok?
Just on anything.
On Instagram or whatever. Because I cannot do it I can't.
Yeah.
I guess I can. It's really not that hard.
It's
actually
really
becoming kind of fun.
Yeah, I know. It's actually
I'm getting a little joy from
guys.
it. Yeah.
I think people are liking it. You like know what to say, you know, like
no,
you have
we
something.
don't.
You
we
actually
still don't know what to say.
Yes, you do.
I didn't say anything. I can't remember anything that we just talked about.
On this, we don't know what
but
we're going into.
You sounded very certain as you were saying it.
Good.
You know what I mean?
Because I like you.
We're opinionated.
Yeah,
that's the benefit of being.
Well, listen, hold on a second.
I'm truth speakers.
Yeah, truth speakers.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say something. Oh wow, we really have been doing it. You can find Molly Martin on Instagram online that we've been talking shit about online. Is it at Juniper Green Farms?
It is on Instagram. It's just at Juniper Green Kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, at Juniper Green Kitchen. And if somebody wants to book an event or something of that nature, that's what they will come to you for.
Yes.
Or private dining. Did my mom ask you?
She did. Actually, we have an event with your mom's client.
Yes.
Next week.
Okay,
so
great.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. You might have an appointment with me for my baby shower. I need help. I don't know what to fucking do.
I would love nothing more.
Well, then you have to have it with me.
I would love nothing
too.
more.
All of us.
Are you also pregnant?
No, but we have
Joint
to
baby shower?
do the baby shower for you. Are you just throwing your own baby shower? Everything. You're involved in everything.
I want to be involved.
That's so cute.
Are you not allowed to be involved in your own baby shower?
I think like
I just want it to
when
be
you-
easy.
when
but
you're
I want everybody
not-
to have fun with those funny, silly games.
when
That's
it
what I
is
want.
not a geriatric pregnancy, when you're getting pregnant at like 25, it is like a bridesmaid situation where you expect all of your friends to know everything you've ever wanted and to like.
I've already
make
made
it
my
this
registry.
perfect-
No,
I know,
no,
I know.
Okay.
But they're
No,
supposed
no.
to like, there's like you're supposed to just like not touch anything and show up and be like ah! And surprised and
Oh,
whatever.
I
So
can't do
think
that.
that's-
I can't
Like you're
do
not even
that.
supposed to like know the date, right? You're just like,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's my baby shower.
Yeah, I thought I was going to
No,
brunch.
Like we're your Sunday best.
Yeah.
I like group text them and I was like, this is when the baby shower is. Hope everybody's in town. Obviously, AJ and I are paying for everything. We just need your help setting it up and breaking it down. That's it.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay,
4-hour
cool.
party.
Give me your Amex.
Yeah.
I'll just go around.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a
It'll be
Party
easy.
City closeout.
But I don't know what to do for dessert. I just want to do a giant charcuterie.
And I am.
Charcuterie queen, so she'll do it.
So you don't need me at all, actually. Is
Well,
really what's
well, I
happening.
don't know
She
what
just-
kind
she
of
just start-
dessert
she started
to
out
do.
and
Like
just
you to
talked
be
herself
there.
out of it.
Well, yeah. I'm like, you know what,
Like
you
you
can
to
eat. You're
be
too
there.
expensive.
Yeah.
Girl, I'll do what it costs. I'll do what it costs.
I don't know what to do for like dessert, so
What kind of desserts do you like?
She likes carrot cake.
Strawberry.
She likes chocolate covered strawberries.
don't like
She
carrot
likes
cake.
carrot cakes. Yeah.
You don't like carrot cake?
Not really.
Oh,
Oh,
I love carrot
there's like 2 carrot cakes that I've ever eaten. Just like recently, key lime pie. I was like, ew. And then
Yum.
Bar Taco has the dopest key lime pie I've ever had in a little
Ooh.
mason jar.
Oh.
It's divine.
Oh, I
Because
love
key
a
lime pie is divine.
It is divine.
I think like when
A
it's
lot of
not
times it's
made from
trashy.
scratch, it's
Yeah,
trash.
it tastes like fake citrus flavor. Like when you get it tastes like the squeezy lime, the
Yeah.
plastic
I'm
ones
not
that were
eating
always in
key
your
lime pie like
grandparents'
that. I
fridge
don't go-
door.
Yeah, legit key lime pie. Like
Untouchable.
It's just like too
Untouchable.
fake
Yeah.
of like filling
Yeah.
of something I fucking hate.
Yeah, I
it's
hear
like
you
a
on
like
that.
a
I don't know, I
really
want
good
something
slice of
really
it is like a
delicious.
slice of who's the Jimmy
Neutron.
Joe. Do you like pina coladas? Jimmy.
What the fuck are you
A really good slice of key lime pie is like a slice of Jimmy. Do you like pina coladas?
What is
Jimmy
happening?
Buffett?
Buffett.
Nice. We got there. 20 minutes later. Wow. We're just going to cut everything out of this episode.
Never have landed there ever.
Jimmy Buffett, you don't know? You don't like
I
Jimmy
do
Buffett?
know Jimmy Buffett, but like the way that you led up to that with like a slice of key lime pie is a I was
It's
just
like a slice of. Do you like pina
yeah,
colada?
yeah.
Jimmy.
Buffett.
Buffett.
Yeah.
But I love
Dead.
that you started with
Dead.
Neutron,
Dead.
Yeah.
Neutron, and then
Jimmy
Jimmy
Neutron.
Eat World.
Oh,
And
did
then
you go Jimmy Eat World?
If she was trying to prove her elder millennial,
Buffett. Eat
Yeah.
World. Yeah. Yeah.
choose Jimmy choose.
Jimmy choose.
He fell asleep. Okay.
I know. That's
What a
it.
weird
We're
part.
done.
Okay, we're done. Okay, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.